man.
Yo guys, no bet winner, no entry.
Sports fans out there, are you ready? It's a beautiful evening and welcome to tonight's game. The lady shows up and she's been denied. Oh no! But wait, she's back with bet winner. Wait, oh what a beautiful pass! And it's a
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years, and gaming can be addictive.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, Ghana! People of Kaswa! At long last, Kaswa to the world is here! The wait is over! Afro Entertainment presents Kaswa to the world! Too much money with Frankie, Rhymes, and friends inside Kaswa, Takaba Junction. So again, mark your calendars, 25th of March, time 7 a.m. till daybreak. Special guest artist, Guru, Ababa Christie, DJ Azonto, Nifani, NY, Ayite Power, Bukomba. Special guest on Little DJs, DJ Lodash, Professor Wise, DJ Bosco, DJ Lumo. Side attraction, luxurious car exhibition, bikini car wash, wild and expensive bike show, musical concerts, boat sales. We are bringing a party and a performance night inside Kaswa. If you want a spot to sell your food and drinks, call 0544-911-520. It's Ghana inside Kaswa, 25th of March at Kakraba Junction.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Sugar level, fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Anyways, Tuesday evening here on Sammy Flex TV Showbiz Daily. The gentlemen are seated for us to have our conversation, and our conversation is purely social issues, entertainment. Today, no political issue. Today, no political issue. We are going social and entertainment only. No politics anywhere. When the political ones come, we'll surely spend some time to talk about them. But Roland Amate is seated. Kobe Josvan, the blogger, is also seated. And in Team Dodu Solomon, yeah, his uncle is back from USA with more dollars.
Yeah,
he's also seated.
Jamo
didn't tell us more about the uncle who came with more dollars. So, why?
Oh,
you've not met him yet?
Yeah, I've not met him.
Okay, you are not using that mic.
I've not met him, and yeah, by all means, I'll meet him. So if anything,
in fact, he said he brought me some dollars. So when you meet him,
I will even tell him to come around, like maybe Friday or something. Like he will, because he's been watching us.
No, he loves the company. As a matter of fact, he was telling me the way he loves us and he's been watching us. I said, wow, that's what's up. What's his name though?
Kofi Champon.
Kofi Champon. Okay, so Uncle Champon, welcome to Ghana, and enjoy all the goodness in Ghana, and avoid those troublesome girls. Some of them are really, really troublesome, so avoid all of them. Anyways, we can start talking. Digital Rasta Currency is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor, director of the show, and you guys know how we do it. We do it with you, so always remember to put down your comments, subscribe to us, share the link with your people, and remember that you can also use tap send to send money to Africa, to Ghana, from abroad, Europe, America, London, wherever you are. Use tap send, download download the app on your phone, put in your details, and use the promo code SammyFlex. This will give you some cool money into your account to even start sending to your family and friends. And again, BetWinner is one of the best betting apps in Ghana now. It is paying the people woto just like that. So once again, get an app on your phone and put in your details, and remember to use the promo code SammyFlex. This will give you some 200% bonus even if you put in 1 Ghana cedi, and you are going to make some more money. The odds are high, quick payouts, and many more. So look sharp, put in your details, and start making some good money from the app as well. Apart from that, we are good. Everything is fine. Now, one story that I've seen that gives me joy is the fact that our people are now showing some kind of togetherness, and now Morgan Heritage has even decided to put 3 of our Ghanaian artists on their album. That's the Homecoming album, and I feel so cool about it because, one, the world itself has seen the need to trace Afrobeats to Africa. And when it comes to Afrobeats in Africa, you are likely to mention either Nigeria or, better still, Ghana. And if Ghana is mentioned, it comes with more excitement. In fact, it comes with some orgasmic feeling for people like me. If Nigeria is mentioned, it is a good feeling to know that, yes, the whole of Africa, we are really growing to the top. But Morgan Heritage decided to have 3 of our people. I'll be talking about Ludacris, who is also in Ghana, for an Afrobeat album, another big project. At the moment, we've spotted him with Sarkodie. We'll be talking about that same way and some other issues. But let's start with a post Shatta made, and let me ask what it means and how my people feel about it concerning the Morgan Heritage album and matters arising. Richie, you can show the post if you have it. So I read what it says to my people, then I get their opinion and views about it. As in a Morgan Heritage album, and as it stands now, they have 3 of our Ghanaian artists on it. I'm talking about Shatta, I'm talking about Stonebwoy, and I'm talking about Rocky Dawuni. These are the 3 top guys on this album, and if it doesn't feel good already, then I don't know what else you are waiting for to enjoy. Richie, let's see it. This is it. Shatta, Stonebwoy, and Rocky Dawuni featured on Morgan Heritage's new album. That is The Homeland. Okay, initially I said Homecoming, sorry about that. The Homeland on April 21st. That is The Homeland on April 21st. And of course, you can see Morgan Heritage. You can see Mojo. Yeah, the last time I listened to Mojo. And I love the way he talks. And I think the one in the middle is Piers, Piers or Peter Morgan, and Grams Morgan at the other side like that. These are the last standing soldiers of the Morgan Heritage. Ro, what does it mean? What does it mean? Having 3 of our people, not 1, not 2, 3.
I mean, it speaks a lot. First of all, greetings to our cherished viewers.
Okay.
It speaks a lot of our music, about our music industry and how far we've come. Because yes, Morgan Heritage is not a mere of artists. These are people who are seasoned, multiple award-winning artists all over the world, and they've achieved a lot. So if today they see this, they have an upcoming album, and they see the need to feature not 1, not 2, but 3 of our topmost artists in Ghana, it gives a very good and beautiful feeling. Okay. It is good. You know, I am not surprised, because if you are an ardent follower of Morgan Heritage, you know how versatile they are, even in terms of sound.
Yeah. They are not scared to try new sounds.
Exactly.
At every point in time, they want to try.
Whichever sound up at any point in time, they are always ready. They are always ready to try.
Okay, so let me also read this tweet from Shatta same way, where he wrote that this year Nkasa is for dancehall and reggae. We too go enjoy. We go enjoy. Shouts to we go enjoy. Shouts to Stonebwoy and Rocky Dawuni and me. also to the Morgan Heritage. I say thank you on behalf of the whole reggae dancehall fraternity across the globe. And this is what he is also sharing. Of course, like you said, they are ready to adopt.
It is good. They are not scared to attempt any other sound. In fact, they are very versatile on that, and it is very evident on their body of works that they present. And in this particular dispensation, you realize that most people are moving to what they call the Afro fusion kind of sound, which no matter the sound that they are used to or they do in their home or in their space, they would want to fuse it with other sound, and especially the ones coming from Africa.
Okay.
So any other way, you would see some people from the West trooping into Nigeria, some will be trooping into Ghana, some will be trooping into South Africa, even to mix with the Amapiano and all that. So it is a very good feeling. At least it also gives us the opportunity to also enrich our knowledge in terms of sound fusion. It wouldn't only be them coming here to tap into our sound, but us also learning what they do and also try to also match and also move us to the other level if it is. So it is good. I would say congratulations to Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, and Gramps Morgan. I know in one person that I am actually so concerned about is Stonebwoy.
Okay.
You know, in recent time, he's been introduced or marketed more as an Afro pop artist, and I don't know how. And perhaps this particular album, since it is an Afro fusion, maybe it is going to favor him also in terms of his line of direction or his vision.
But,
Now,
I'm sure that decision is because of the new label that he is hooked on.
Of course.
The label is now directing his path for him.
So anything that has to do with the strict reggae and dancehall is always minimized in Stonebwoy's life now. So the probably the highest thing that you hear from him will be an Afro fusion or an Afrobeat or Afro pop kind of sound. So it is good. At least he will represent it well, because he is a crusader of the Afro dancehall sound. So definitely, I'm sure he's going to make us proud. But all the same, big ups to Shatta, big ups to Stone, as well as our legend, Rocky Dawood.
Okay, Chamo, come through. What does it mean to Ghana music?
Positive. I mean, if somebody can identify you as good enough to be a part of their project, and Morgan Heritage is not a small brand. I mean, they have done a lot in the music world for us to recognize them wherever they go. So if they want you to associate with them in terms of music, doing project together, this is huge. So it's positive for Ghana music. Those who got the privilege to be part of it, it shows that they have worked hard enough for them to be recognized by a bigger brand like Morgan Heritage. So kudos to them. And again, I think it's also business. I mean, Morgan Heritage will not pick Stonebwoy, Shatta Wale, and Rocky Dawood because they are musicians. No, they will pick them because it makes business sense as well. They have numbers that they can also tap into. So it's a win-win for them. It's a win for Morgan Heritage. It's a win for Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, and Rocky Dawood. So it's good. It's a good feeling if you can say that yes, a big brand like Morgan Heritage is working with Stonebwoy, Shatta Wale, and Rocky Dawood. I mean, it means they have arrived. When you talk of world music, when you talk about music that people will enjoy, it means they are there for them to be even identified. They didn't pick anybody because you are a musician. They picked people that they think they can make an impact. It will make business sense and all that. So kudos to them, those who were picked. And then it's positive for Ghana music. And we will say that others should learn something from those who were picked. I mean, they can also get to their turn if they work hard enough, or if they are recognized in a way that it will make business sense for other big artists elsewhere to also invite them for a project. So it's positive. I think it's positive.
Okay, Kobe Josman, I'll speak finally on this. What do you also see? The move. Three of our top artists on the Grams Morgan album. Morgan Heritage album, sorry.
Yeah, sure. I think it's a positive move First of all, let me greet our cherished viewers and my people, Anointed Electrical Engineering Services.
Yeah, your manager, what's his name?
Mr. Kumia.
Mr. Kumia. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Kumia once again.
Yeah,
your generator and so my train.
Whatever, generator and the rest of the person mechanics, there's a lot of generator companies in Ghana, but talking about the best quality, come to Anointed
Electrical.
We are just at Odoko here in Accra.
Yeah.
Just, come in and you get you sorted.
I've come in, so sort me.
You will be sorted. For sure.
Good. Good one.
First of all, it's a big win for Ghana.
Okay.
Our arts are working. And to say Chemo kind of, it makes a business sense. Because we've had the 3 arts now, they are all huge. And they have the influence.
Okay.
And we know the story of this Morgan Heritage. I think it was founded in 1994. There were 5 as a group, and later on they reduced to 3 now. And we know consistency, and over the years they'll be doing well. So one thing that we should also consider is that the attention now is in Africa. And anybody at all want to now come to Africa because they've seen Africa is now the new world. And for that matter, if there's anything that we want to target, let's go to Africa. And they didn't consider anybody at all than our 3 stars.
But yeah, they are top in Ghana.
Yes.
Especially for that reggae dancehall fraternity.
Yes. Just as I'm saying, considering Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, Lucky Dawini, over the years, you can't mention our huge artists without adding them. And I know they have the numbers, they have the influence. And what I'm going to say is that they should put their best on it to make us proud. We know over the years they've been doing that and they will impress us more. But let us all support. And we should also know that if anybody wants to target any part of the world, they should consider Africa. And when it is Africa, Ghana is the best place to consider. Yeah.
Now let me ask you, because you said they are showing the support. So there are some people who think that artists with this fan base thing, it is not helping our music industry. So now that Shatta Wale has been called, he has the SM Empire. Stonebwoy has been called. He has the Beam Natives or Beam Nation. For Rocky Dauni, I don't know about the he has the international, or maybe the Daunis, or the Rockets, whatever. Do you think some of these things are a positive influence? Because now I'm looking at when the album comes, Stonebwoy's fans definitely or rush to go listen to what Stonebwoy did on his song. Shatta Wale's fans definitely will rush to go see what their idol did. Now I'm thinking about, okay, in terms of Rocky Dauni, how is he also going to amass some numbers for the song that he appeared on?
Yeah, I think Lucky is doing well when it goes to, aside Ghana, international wise, he's doing extremely well. And with the fan base being a positive influence or negative, it is yes and no. At some point, you can see when the fans are more or less much into their star. At a point when even the star is at a wrong path, they just have to come and defend. And I can set example, Beyonce and Shatta Wale's collaboration. We all saw what happened. It was a huge thing, but people from other camp was, not seeing the brightness in it. And that thing equally happened to Sarkodie too. We saw that one too. It could have been a win-win for us all, but because of this fan-based thing, say party A we are and I think if we have to support our heroes, we should find a better way to support them. I go on the social media platform and I see some negative stuff. I chip in to correct, not necessarily because it's about my artists, but we should all project the good side and defend what is defendable. Yeah, that's all I guess.
I see. Real quick one on that thing as well. In terms of the numbers for the songs, do you see Rocky competing, knowing that this is Shatta, this is Stonebwoy?
Yes,
they have some fan base.
It is. That is why Rocky Morgan Heritage will put him on, because all these 3 artists have their individual strength. When you talk about dancehall, I know Stonebwoy has won the Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year on 5 different occasions. But when you talk about dancehall, the person that is a dancehall crusader, even as at now, who is even about to release a dancehall album, is Shatta Wale. And you can put him in that light. If you are talking about somebody who represents the reggae fraternity in Ghana, it is definitely Rocky Dawuni.
Okay.
And as I said earlier, Stonebwoy now, yes, even though he is a reggae dancehall artist, is now plying the Afropop and Afrobeat trade now. So if Morgan Heritage is looking for that particular touch, it is Stonebwoy. And these guys have their individual strength, which will come to play. Yes, the SM guys will come, the Beam guys will come. For the fan base, with a conversation about the positive and negatives, it depends on how you look at it and at which particular time.
Okay.
Because I believe all the people who would say it is actually a disease or a curse to our industry, let's flip the table for it to benefit them right now. You will hear a different conversation.
Yeah.
It is just about how you see it or how you interpret it at a particular time, which will determine whether it is negative or it is positive.
Okay.
All the same, even if we should scrap the fan base and all that, it will still it is not every artist who is still going to enjoy. Even if we scrap the fan base, we say, oh, now let's generalize everybody. Let's remove the Beam tag, the SM tag, or whatever. Some people would still complain of still not getting support. It has been there, and it will not change. Any system that you build will bring a positive and a negative touch. So it depends on how you highlight the positives to minimize the negative, or how you look at it at a particular point in time, which will determine. Other than that, I believe the three people that they choose all have their strength, and it will benefit whatever projects that they are trying to push.
Well, we are still waiting for them to release the album, and very, very soon, when the album is finally out. Richie, let me confirm the date of release again. 20. Okay, that is 21st day of April. Okay, it is surely not going to be an April Fool agenda. This is going to be real because I know Stonebwoy is also set to release his album on 29. No, is it 28? Yeah, something like that. He's also built to release his album on 28th.
That is the fifth dimension.
Yeah, that's the fifth dimension on 28th as well. So we are all expectant, highly expectant of all these albums, and we want to really wait for them to see how the competition will be like, because the moment Stonebwoy releases in 2 days, they are also coming up, and it means that there will be mad rush for these songs based on who satisfies who. So Stonebwoy is on it. I'm sure he will even be slow in promoting this particular one because also a project I'll promote it. Of course, Shatta has a little bit hand on himself, so he can continue to promote it. Now let's look at a statement that has been written by Davido and a post that he has made on socials. And let me ask my people that, looking at what Davido has written, does it mean that for the past months, life has not been easy for him? Is he looking like, or is he sounding like he's fully recovered to face the rest of the world? Let's go read what he shared, and there is a video that he also made. Then I'll sure listen to a portion of the video before we run away. Now, the video writes, there is a time for everything, a time to grieve and a time to heal, a time to laugh and a time to dance, a time to speak and a time for silence. Thank you to everyone out there for your love and support that has held me down. All the love and messages while I was away, the gifts sent, the concerts you all threw, I appreciate all today. I want to remind you all that what is now is timeless. It was once new. It's time for new. My next album, Timeless, is here, March 31st. Pre-save link in bio. And this is what the video has just said. Just this morning, it comes with an interesting video. Let's go catch a little bit of action of the video before we start the discussion. Let's go catch it. I'll be right back.
There's a time for everything. A time to grieve and a time to heal. Over them all, if they want tongue Goliath. A time to laugh and a time to and a time for silence. the choice to do this in our own.
All right, so that was Davido's announcement. Everything shows that man has bounced back with some full energy. He is doing so good, and he's announced that he's about to release an album called Timeless. It also means that he's ready to hit the stage once again. He's ready to start his tours. And I'm asking, is everything showing that man is now fully recovered and ready for the business? Let's look at it from the social aspect before we do the other things. Chabo.
Yeah. He should be. I mean, if he really wants to make impact in this world, you can't just be grieving and till you die or something. At some point, you have to let it go. So I think it's been a while. So I think for now, he's okay. So for that one, I think he's okay now, and he's ready to even do more. And I think it's positive. I mean, when you go through tragedies or tragedy and you want to bounce back, these are some of the things that will alert people, for people to know that you are back fully. And it's also good for your image. I mean, you don't have to be seen as the vulnerable one. I mean, people don't like that kind of thing. If you are always moody, if you are always feeling like you are not in good spirit, people don't really want to come close to you.
Change with you, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't want to feel the way you feel. So
they don't want that energy.
No, not at all. And it's not good for anybody. In fact, it's not even good for our progress as a society. Yes, tragedies will come. You will go through a whole lot of things, but you have to be strong mentally, physically to face it. That's how the world is. It's not as smooth as you want it. It will happen at some point in your life. So I'm happy that he's back and he's even doing a project like this. And I think we should just support him and see how far he can go with what he's about to do. And he has done it. I mean, we can't doubt his capabilities and what he can do. So obviously for me, I think he will do his best and we will enjoy it. And in fact, that's what we want. We want to enjoy good music. We want to enjoy life, not to be crying or I mean being at a low spirit all the time. At some point we have to be in that high spirit. We have to have that kind of atmosphere and be happy. And I think this song obviously will be a song with, I mean,
it's actually an album the way he does the presentation.
Yes.
I'm sure it's going to be a collection.
Okay. And I think it will have all the aspects of life. The motivation part, the partying stuff, and maybe even the sad part and all that. And I trust him. It will be a good project. So we are just looking forward to it. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Kobe, just take it from there. The video's announcement and what it means to you.
I think it's a positive move. Indeed, there's time for everything. It's not the time that you be, I mean, in a good mood all the time. Sometimes there'll be sorrow sometimes, but irrespective of the situation and the condition, still have to bounce back and be you. We know what's happened to him. He has to cancel so many shows in the name of the bad incident that happened along the line. So we see him
at
like
the
this.
death of his son.
Son. We see him like this. We should be happy, and we should all place ourselves in his shoe, because sometimes it is hard for you to face certain, I mean, situations like this. But with the album, I love it because I think it's going to tell his story. Because he has been through hell, and if he has to put something out,
he's been through hell and back, eh?
Sure. Even the criticisms, the hard punches from other people trying to make mockery of his whole situation, we all bear that, and we can see. So sometimes even when something happens to you, you can equally see the kind of ups and downs that sometimes go through. So we encourage him to be more or less strong enough, and people look up to him. So you can't always be on the floor like that. So it's a good move. We support that move.
I see. Ro, let's talk about Davido's announcement.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I think it is a perfect announcement. It is a perfect move. Yes, people look up to you for strength. Sometimes it is sad. At a point, they forget you're also human. And I like how he announced his comeback. At least he's been able
in a more dramatic fashion.
Exactly. He's been able, and the appreciation bit in the announcement for him appreciating all the people that showed him love and all that. This clearly tells how human he is. Even at that particular time or during that period, he had nothing else to do than to be human, and that is what he exhibited. At a point, you need to have time for yourself. You need to ask yourself certain questions. You need to solve your own problems, because yes, I always say you have people who love you, who will show you love in different folds, but there are some kind of love that you would need that it is you are the only person that can give it to yourself. And sometimes it is some of these self motivations, and he's an artist, for crying out loud. What other way do we expect him to announce his comeback? It is just through this. So for me, him announcing an album, it shows how deep he's gone into himself, how deep he's gone into his corners. Because yes, you can say, he could have just released a song to announce his comeback. The video on his Instagram page had over 4,000 posts, but now it is left about 3 or 4 or 5 BP.
Oh, he also
deleted everything, including his profile picture. That was last week.
Wow.
He took everything off before he made this announcement. So it's positive. It's positive. At least I am also happy this does not come. The announcement did not come even in an interview. So just in talking, because it will not benefit anything. It will not amount to anything. Yes, you can say it will give him talkability, but talkability without moving forward, it is just like standstill. So yes, the talkability will be on the project, and now the highlight is on the Timeless album that he mentioned. So it is good. At least I know people would definitely go and pre-save the link in his bio on his socials.
Oh, there is the video.
Yes,
so,
and wait for it, because this album is highly anticipated. People love to have a taste of it and know what it is made of.
Knowing the things he's gone through
in the
past
and
years.
You know how artists behave and think. Most of these things happen to them, and they would want to put all of them on a project or on a record. So people would want to know. There are some questions that people have in their minds that they would want to ask Davido. Maybe they can't get the opportunity to ask him one-on-one. And I know he knows some of these questions are there. So some of these things he is also going
that no matter how he will go,
yes,
he will still meet them one day.
Exactly. And some of them he will try as much as possible to put the answers in the song. So he can satisfy some of them. But the other ones, probably when he is going on his tour or during an interview, they can pop the other questions to him. But I believe that most of the questions that people would want to ask, or most of the things people would want to know in coming times as to what happened to him, the kind of things he's been up to and all that, the up and downs after the demise of his son, most of the answers will be on this particular project. And that is beautiful. So we are all expecting that particular project, and it is good to hear the video come back. In fact, the world has missed him. The world has really, really missed him. And his last performance, or his last bit he gave to the world, was the World Cup performance. And it was good. At least he showed some level of courage and some level of, how do we call it, strength. He shows some level of strength, because
he's not down like that.
Exactly. Or even in that particular period, he still can do the needful whenever you call on him. And after that, he went silent again. It shows how reserved he is and how strong he is. So it is beautiful.
But did we really feel his absence? Was there a moment that you felt, Charlie, Davido is no more active in the space? Did we ever have that feeling?
Oh yes. People did, but it wasn't that much. And that is where I would say kudos to his fan base or his strong followers, because organizing events in his name and all that, and especially during a very active season where people are expecting their favorite to hold concerts, be in their faces and all that, definitely the fans were able to hold him down, and it was beautiful. So yes, even if his absence was felt, it wasn't something that was felt seriously, because at the end of the day, there's something being done in the name of Davido. So you see a Burna Boy going on tour, you see a Wizkid going on tour, you see whoever go, Ashake and the likes, all performing, pleasing their fans, and definitely there is something about Davido. So even if he is not present, still you still have something going on in the name of Davido, which some people even came to commend them and all that. So that is why I would say kudos to his fans. I believe they've been very, very supportive and held his name down even in his absence, that his absence was not really felt like that. But to the people who would want that direct Davido feeling there, you would definitely miss him, because holding a concert in Davido's absence is not the same as Davido being at the concert or performing. They both come with
and we know the kind of energy Davido brings on the stage as well.
Definitely. So in terms of appearance, physical appearances there, we've missed him. But as in the name, missing the name Davido there, I'm sure even with the questions that people were just trying to find answers to, all has some kind of conversation around the name. So yes, physical presence, he's been missed. But as in name-wise or in the space, not so much.
I see. Whilst he was away, we did not see most of his colleagues, especially from Nigeria, asking about him or showing any signs of sympathy towards him. Now that he's back, if we see them doing welcome back, should we take it cool?
Of course. I mean, there's no need for that. I mean, sympathy for what? I mean, something happened to him. He has recovered, and we should end at that point. I mean, there's no need that people should say sorry or whatever before you be free with them, or before you think that they care about what has happened to you. I don't see the need for that. I mean, the point is, when you need their help, or when you call them and they answer or they don't answer, that's where you may have cause to complain or say something. But if you are just there wishing that they will wish you whatever, I mean, I don't see the need for that. But if you are back and they will even say welcome back, it's far, far better than them wishing you well or whatever at that point. Me, personally, I don't like that thing. I don't like people feeling that sympathy for me or something like. I hate it. I mean, I always want the positive side of things. So if you are praising me or saying something good that I've done, but trying to feel sympathy for me, I mean, personally, I feel it's disrespectful anyway. I feel that you think I'm weak and I need your whatever that you have to say for me to come up. Okay. So me, I would disagree with anybody who thinks that because they didn't say sorry or whatever, they can't wish him well or they can't bring him back welcome and or no. I would disagree with anybody on that. Yeah. Okay.
Kobe, let me also get your opinion on that. Now that he's back, I know most of his colleagues he will be posting. Is that a show of love? Meanwhile, whilst he was away, they were quiet.
I believe behind the scenes, some of his colleagues will surely show him that love. And we all have to accept that fact that everybody is...
Because, you know, in the post, he did not really... Did he mention his colleagues? Like...
It's generalized. He generalized it.
No, is he the way he was able to capture thanks for the parties? It was just one party they did for him.
So thank you to everyone out there for your love and support that has held me down. All the love and messages while I was away, the gift sent, the concert you all threw, I appreciate it all. Today I want to remind you all that blah, blah.
So what I'm saying is, you know, he was able to pinpoint some things, like when he talked about the concert. We were here when we saw the 30 BG gang, they threw a party for him. He was specific on that. Don't you think if he had so much love and support from behind the scenes like Kobe was talking about, he would have mentioned that, oh, to my colleague musicians who blah 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 boom boom boom.
I mean,
he captured the general.
Yeah, he did the general one.
He could have said thank you, but he said parties you threw for me.
Because that one was conspicuous, that one was big. But his colleague wishing him well or throwing their condolence or whatever, I mean, it's not big. it's not a big deal. So that's why for me, he didn't mention it. It's because of that.
Okay, yes,
Gobi. I think it is better he making the whole thing general because looking at his numbers, what's the possibility if he has to mention names and leaving some names out? There will be a whole lot of issues about it. So to avoid this whole, conflict or kind of back and forth issue, let me make everything general. Then I go my way. And I believe a lot of his colleagues will surely show him the love behind the scene. And at this point, he's coming out with a new project. So this is the time that we expect much of the love that maybe he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
And the fans they were always there behind him. So that one.
For the fans, I'm sure they have been there behind him. Well, still on Ghana, entertainment, music, and more. One story that I've seen that has brought some light onto my face is the fact that Ludacris is in Ghana. And what is he in Ghana for? He is in Ghana to do an Afrobeat album. And we are so fortunate to have seen him already in the studio with Sarkodie doing some recording here and there. And we are getting even information that he'll be going to Nigeria same way. So on your screens, you can see Sarkodie in his usual nodding antics. Yeah, when Sarkodie hears music, I remember when he came to my studio at Xylophone some time ago like that, and DJ Sticker was playing his songs. Hey, Abu was in Tibet. Kim, like that. Yeah, it shows how passionate he is when it comes to his work. And now we've seen Ludacris, though not very, very active like he used to be though. But even with this alone, it is a good sign. And the information I have heard from reliable sources is that he has an Afrobeat project coming up. And I'm here saying that, Afrobeat, the thing, it go. Now they have seen that it is the future. So everybody is trying to capture a fair share of what they are supposed to enjoy. A story here reads that Ludacris arrives in Ghana and that he's here to commence work on an Afrobeat album. He said the musician who last the musician who last visited a West African country in 2019 during the activities marking the year of return returns this time with a different purpose. And according to reliable information, Ludacris is in the country to work with a number of producers and musicians as part of an Afrobeat album he is currently working on. He has already established contact with Sarkodie. In a video, Sarkodie welcomed him in his usual signature jollof in his house, and he is here to work with so many people, but Sarkodie has been spotted first with him. Ro, starting this with you, what does this mean to Afrobeat per se, and the fact that Ghana was his first stop?
Well, Sammy, it is a very positive news for our industry.
You
know, not long ago, whenever we have conversation about the fact that some people think the Nigerians have taken all the Afrobeat accolades and they are chopping it left, right, center, I always say that yes, it is. We are not stuck like that. Ghana is not absent in that particular conversation like that. And I believe that now the rate at which Afrobeat is growing in the world, it is almost getting that world music tag. Which is why now when you talk about world music, definitely you hear an Afrobeat conversation in there. And everybody who would want to apply that world music tag now is looking at the Afrobeat direction. And you see, it is about who is available, the kind of impact the person is bringing, or whatever impact the person has on the Afrobeat conversation. And that is what they are moving into. Which is so it is not so surprising most of our Nigerian brothers have some of these collaborations down. And somebody like Ludacris is also, yes, we know in recent times he is more active in the movie scene than in the music scene. And it is good because in a month's time he will be going on a tour with even Janet Jackson. Yes, he has a tour with Janet Jackson. So
as a performer,
as a special guest. So this is a huge news for our industry. At least whenever for him to have even come here first shows how enthusiastic or how ready we are even for the Afrobeat conversation whenever the world calls. It is not as if, okay, you want somebody to collaborate with on the Afrobeat scene, and Charlie, we are claiming that Afrobeat, we have a huge stake in it, or a huge contributing stake in it, then we are nowhere to be found. Now you come here and most of our top artists are doing different genre of music that we can't even identify with. But it so far it is good because we've proven ourselves, and Sarkodie being our representative, even if he is going to be the only one on that particular project coming from Ghana, it is still a big deal because Sarkodie, we know, has
represents Ghana.
He will do it. He will do it to the topmost. Looking at the head bouncing and all that, and I like the hospitality tag that he like the perception that he's giving to Ludacris. You know, in recent times, when you check on the internet, most of the conversations, commentaries around people who have visited Ghana even in recent times has all been about our hospitable nature, and even to our topmost artists are also showing it. So it is not as if it is just a fluke. It is something practical. It is something that whenever you come, aside enjoying our music and everything, we will still make you feel at home. And Ludacris, this is a huge testimony on him. So it is good. At least it shows that now that there are people trooping in our space, it wouldn't be surprising that coupled with a year of return and beyond the return kind of conversation of making Ghana a tourism destination country, now it will even boost other people's confidence to know that, okay, aside coming to Ghana to perform, you can equally get people to collaborate with. So
and
now,
to do other businesses as well.
Now we've created a platform for people to come and perform Afrobeat too. And most of them are taking advantage to collaborate. So next time it will be a double silencer whilst collaborating, performing their songs
are also happening.
Exactly.
Because when they come, we know they are coming to perform songs with our people.
Exactly.
And we might not even need to fly any other person from any other country.
Now we will create the music here and we will perform them here.
The future looks good.
Oh yes.
Come your people will come.
Let them come.
Kobe, what do you also see? Ludacris in Ghana, Afrobeats. In fact, my attention is on Afrobeats. Afrobeats. Yesterday, I was following a conversation on 3 Music Network where Kelvin Boy, who did not want anybody to say Ghana should even pay attention to high life. Kelvin Boy says it is Afrobeat. We are doing some, like it or not. We are also doing it.
It's good for Ghana.
Okay.
And if we are to trace the line, I mean the story behind Afrobeat, we all know. I know my Nigerian friends. I mean they will ball.
I had last week they gave it to you, pa.
It wasn't easy. Part of the job. It wasn't easy.
That was your fire baptism.
Yeah, I took my time to monitor everything.
And they'll become
I know say my Nigerian people go ball.
Yeah,
but I know. Say, talking of Afrobeat, started from Ghana. You can't.
No, I mean that one they know. Just that they were smart to have documented.
And it's a very positive move that, I mean, having a great artist like him, making an entry in Ghana, in Africa, decided to choose Ghana first. Exactly. There's one thing that we need to pay attention to. We shouldn't just let it go like that, but we should embrace it, make use of this opportunity for us all to win.
Okay.
Either is to go to Nigeria moving forward in our own little way. This is the time that we have to, I mean, make use of this opportunity, because there've been so many occasions that we've had these opportunities like this, but after it, what's next? We just leave it like this for it to go. And when our sister Nigerian people get it, we can see how they embrace it. So it's a very big win for Ghana, and I love it from the side of Sarkodie. I know man is going to put himself, kill it.
Yeah.
Because
of course,
when it comes to
Sarkodie.
Hardcore like this, man with a joke. They put in full body for the project up. So that is what that we are expecting. And SAG should also use this opportunity to put the young ones on. It is very important.
Is he satisfied to put someone on?
Oh, it's very necessary. At this point, Ulua, we need not to be selfish upon whatever that we are doing. The agenda should be Ghana. You see, already Nankasano, this Afrobeat thing, we are struggling with the Nigerians. So if there is an opportunity,
we know they see the competition top.
Oh, the competition, small go sit up.
But as it stands now, they know the seat though.
For that one, yeah.
Just admit.
So, man for Bab say, this be the time where if you put the kiddies on top. Make them to enjoy, make the people know say no, our boys too them be good. This is the spirit that we want. But all being the same, I love his spirit, I love his energy. For the past these years, Nina, he's winning, and it's a good signal that our people are working. Just that people will be thinking that they are lazy, they are working behind the scenes and putting themselves on. Solo artists doing this. So imagine when we have these huge record labels behind us. We will equally do better than that. But we should all support it and make use of this opportunity so as we all win together.
Now, I want to even elaborate on the point of Sarkodie being an independent artist who is still getting some of these opportunities. This is where sometimes the artists, they would want to even remain like this. Because for all you know, if it had been a label and Kaya Ginny say Ginny say, but now whatever will come out of this, it comes to him. No, I understand there are limitations. Understand. But what I mean is, this is how sometimes they also go motivated. Okay, let me do my thing and do it well. If I'm still able to do it well, I'll still be attractive for some people to come closer. Because there's an example. Yes, Ludacris came and still he is handling him. He didn't. Ludacris did not come to him because a record label brought him to him or something. He is just doing it because he's doing something right. So sometimes they are motivated by some of these small perks, forgetting there might be maybe the bigger fish out there. That's what I mean. Like Stonebwoy is enjoying the bigger fish out there. Yeah.
There's one thing that I love about this whole thing, the collaboration thing. Like the Ghana Jollof thing, spoil everything. That one should be something we.
The Jollof is ever.
Yeah, I mean Nigerians every time they won't compete plazas.
Yeah.
With the Nigeria.
But was his face showing one who was enjoying the food?
Oh, yes. Where was enjoying?
And then the Nima is in the Nima is I say the Nima is Unima Duanini DB. Then his face was looking like the food was
delicious. I mean, for that one, no two days about that. Ghana Jollof, Nigeria Jollof. Man is enjoying. I'm sure he's saying upon all the Jollof that I've been taking in this, we're gonna be the best.
Ghana
Jollof, no two ways about that.
And is Sarkodie having a deal with these Supreme people?
How?
Like ambassadorial deal.
Supreme,
brand.
The Supreme brand.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not sure.
Because Sarkodie has been,
but I think
he has been pushing them. If you guys have paid attention, some of his photos, you see the Supreme.
This is one of the conversations that comes with having handlers or getting on a label, because most of these things you wouldn't just wear them for wearing sake. Sarkodie, during the early hours of his career when he came into the limelight, a brand like Ray-Ban was one of his hallmarks. To the extent that most of his fans even jumped onto it. At the point he changed because there was nothing attached to it. But when you are on a label like this, they wouldn't just allow you to hold or wear anything just like that.
But the Supreme, they want to suspect there is something.
I'm sure
there's nothing there.
Oh, Chemo, even check when he traveled to London. Check some of his photos.
But he has never mentioned them. That's why
no brand.
Okay, I get that point.
No, like if he's attached some way somehow, he will mention them at one point.
Or tag them. Because one of their Saka boys is signed on to Off-White. And anytime they dress or they are on stage,
he tags them.
They tag them.
By the case of Sarkodie, he doesn't tag them.
No.
But the guys the brand has been showing all the time in his videos and photos.
It's another way of marketing himself.
It could even be intentional.
A bait.
But it's a way to say that, I love your product. Why don't you work with me?
Exactly.
I mean, it happens sometimes. Or even a competitor can take advantage of it because they see that you've been doing this.
Oh no, he has been showing and they come like they show. You see that this is a placement.
Proper placement.
Even when he went to London, most of his photos, sometimes his bags, you see Supreme. And you guys think it is for nothing?
The Supreme brand is not.
They are enjoying.
If Richie gets time and goes back into his photos, you see more photos.
Maybe for all you know, he has somebody who is probably plugged in that particular. But because it is not so official, you can't come and tag them because, like Chemo said, a competitive brand can maybe be thinking of approaching you in that light. And with some of these things, they can sometimes get confused if they don't approach you to ask you the details of whatever you're doing. So maybe, I know of a Sammy Flex who is associated with the Supreme brand. Sometimes he plugs me in that particular light. For him to also know that I appreciate whatever he's doing for me, I would have to make it visible, so that at least also feel company you feel good. At least you can tell your superiors, it is because of me that Sarkodie is showing this, doing that. Fine. So it might not be an official conversation, but maybe he probably would have a plug in there, which is kind of a feel good conversation. Kind of.
Okay, well, Chemo, take over.
Yeah.
The Ludacris visit to Ghana and what it means. Yeah, that was when they met in 2019 that way. And I know that time was the beginning of their link, and today we are here. Yeah, I said now,
no, nothing or
started. No, me.
No, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, Chemo, let's go.
This one too is positive. It's not so different from Morgan Heritage association with some of our top brands. And this is in the same line, and I will put more emphasis on the business side. Now, in fact, the connoisseurs of music industry think that Afrobeat is like one of the biggest or marketable brand coming out. So if you are a businessman, if you have business ideas, I think you also jump on it if you think you have the competitive advantage to do something with it. So I'm not surprised that somebody like Ludacris will come and do this. In fact, he has been honored with a music management degree university.
Oh wow.
Yes, he was honored because he couldn't finish after doing it for 2 years. He left the school because he got a deal with Def Jam at that time from 1998-99. So he couldn't finish. But later, I think not so long ago, 2012 or so, they honored him with a honorary degree in music management. And I think by all means he has learned one or two things about music and the music business. So he will obviously take advantage of the fact that now Afrobeat is among the most marketable genre when it comes to music. So why not, if he has what it takes to jump on it? So I'll put more emphasis on the market side, and putting Sarkodie in such a project, it's not a bad decision in terms of what Sarkodie can do based on what we have seen. So kudos to Sarkodie for putting himself in a position that people will see him as good enough to do projects that will bring money or that will be good to market. So yes, Sarkodie has done well in that direction. With him being an independent artist, yes, you may be lucky and get some of these deals, but it's not good enough because you will not get many. It will come once a while. But if you are associated with a management company or something, they will do whatever it takes to give you more deals so that they will also get their cut. So you will get more money associating with the label or somebody working behind the scenes than you doing it yourself. Because you won't get as much as somebody whose job is it to bring you that such deals for you to also get your cut. So yes, Sarkodie has done well, and Ludacris, I'm sure he knows the music business and he's doing that. Of course, as we talk now, you can't go wrong when you jump on Afrobeat because it's selling all over the place, all over the world. So if you have what it takes to take advantage of it, why not? And yeah, obviously after Ghana, he will go to Nigeria because Nigeria, when it comes to Afrobeat, it's also big in there. And if you want to do something like that, why not?
Why do you think Ghana will be his first stop?
Yeah, Ghana, I think what we have done with the December 10,
Yeah,
I mean,
the year of return, starting from the year of return.
It's attractive for all the musicians to come in here at that time. And the way it is also buzzing out there, it's not bad if you have some form of association with Ghana. And when it is December, you are coming. Because of what the project that you have done and that kind of association that you have, it will be easy for you and you can even do business based on that. So I think that's
like imagine him on Rapaholic, December.
Or December, Afrochella, whatever, all the project, and he's around. Apart from him coming down to have fun, he may also take advantage of what he has done based on the project that he will come out with, especially if it becomes a hit and everybody is jamming to it and it's December. Come on, that is it. So yes, and then the musicians too, the musicians that they are working with, they are also doing well. So apart from the event thing that will attract them to come to Ghana, our musicians, some of them are also doing so well that if you do a project with them, you are not wasting your time or your money. You will surely get your returns. So that's also another part of it. So that's why I think Ludacris will not miss it, the chance to work with somebody like Sarkodie, and even also consider going to Nigeria. I mean, it's a full package for him when you think about it. And it's also positive for us. I mean, we should learn something from what Sarkodie is doing. The other musicians can also get one or two and then also connect with other musicians. Some people argue, as you said earlier, that Ludacris is more like not as he used to be. But this is a good way for him to even bounce back. Like do some Afrobeat project and it's all over the place. It means he's back, fully back. You can't take him off that he is not good enough or he is not in the space. Yes, he is still in the space, but he is not as loud as he used to be. But this is a good way for him to even come back stronger. Yeah, so it's positive for our industry. It's positive for Ludacris as well. Yeah.
Well, good news, and we wish everybody who will be lucky to get a call up to be part of this project well, because at least one thing is for sure, if not for anything, your royalty is there. Beba pepe, unlike our case. On publishers, Beja Brown Street.
Me go for consulting, me say, omo royalties be omo person omo sakana. Me suggest you know, oh, go and talk to Gamro. I said, Debbie. Gamro for me, what do you call Gamro?
The hundred.
I'm passing beer. I'm not joking. And I register with one of the agencies outside UK register. Said they be on Monday before home. What's a Gamro there? Oh, Charlie, it's not
interesting
like
times.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, Basket Mouth is about to host a show, a comedy show here in Ghana in April during Easter holidays. And a commercial I've seen is so attractive to me in the sense that, as usual, when they are about to do some of these shows, he will be doing his commercial in English. But this particular one, I saw Basket Mouth doing the commercial in Twi. And first of all, I got so many hints from this. One hint is that, the show, it means that they really mean this show is for Ghanaians. So we really want to talk to Ghanaians to come. That is the one hint. The second hint is that, well, another cultural infiltration kind of a thing, because he did not speak his usual maybe Pidgin or English language. For some reasons, he decided to speak English. He decided to speak Twi, which means that he's doing the Ghana thing. He's seen the need to spend some minutes, days, hours to learn our language to speak to us. And I'm here feeling good about it. And again, I'm saying that because it is a comedy show, this is the third hint. Because it is a comedy show, the commercial I saw did not mention any of the local comedians. Meanwhile, for some days, for some months, for some years, our local comedians, we have seen them doing it. What it means is that it has pushed our taste for Nigerian comedy a little bit afar. Our taste for Nigerian comedy, it has pushed a little bit afar. Now they are filling the national theaters. They are filling all the venues that they are playing. I'm asking, another show bringing in basket mouth. That is fair. That is fine. But I also know that the last time we spoke to one of the organizers for some of these shows, they told us they make nothing. Oh. They told us they make nothing. Chemo, that's what he said. Well, they told us that they make nothing. So I'm here thinking, okay, you have been doing this particular show, and he was specific on this particular show that he makes nothing. That's fine. Now, if you are making nothing and there is a material, there are resource people here that you can use to do your show, you know that you make the numbers, because the guys who have been doing the comedy show, they are making numbers. Why do you increase your budget by going for the foreigner again? Chemo, because you said they are lying.
Oh, yeah. Obviously.
I mentioned 3 hints. Yeah. Okay, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Rachel will show it to us, and maybe you come back to it. Rachel, we can see it now.
Ghana for Mechomu. Me ba Ghana on the 8th of April. Mumbra na yesri na ye Ghana for Mechomu. Me ba Ghana on the 8th of April. Mumbra na yesri na ye Jenny. What happened?
You say what, sir?
I dey speak Twi.
That
say I dey come Ghana. Ghana for
the whole of Ghana for.
It's no fall.
My God.
For.
You can't even speak, your darling. What kind of pressure? You say what? You say Batiemi what?
It's Twi.
Yeah.
I'm going to Ghana for a show, so I want to speak their language.
So you say Ghana for.
If for.
Okay, continue.
Chief, you let me do my thing.
Yeah.
Tayo, you take that last one. Okay.
He got it. Chale. He was too fast. Why not go fluent now? You understand? Fluent.
All right. Ghana for.
All this to sell tickets. This is pressure. Okay. Fluently.
Ghana.
Who knows? Maybe because I've not spoken in my own local dialect. My tickets are not. Well, let's go. Chale. Ghana do what?
Ghana
fall. Continue.
Ghana for.
Continue.
Mechomu.
My God. Ghana should Mechionu, which is shut up in Igbo. You said Ghana Mechionu.
I did not say
Mechionu. The entire
Mechionu.
country should shut up. Just to sell tickets. Pride.
I said
basket. Ghana Mechionu. My God.
I said Ghana.
My God. No shame.
All right. Ghana for Mechomu. Me ba Ghana on the 8th of April. Mumbra na yesri na ye Jenny. Tayo, if you see me do it for English, because this Twi, I not too trust them like that. Be like, more do English, have you? All right.
Basket Mouth Unprovoked. Live in Accra on the 8th.
All right, so during Easter holidays, another reason to go out, go and have fun. That is the show. It has been a Nabil production, or better still, an event factory production over the years, and we saw the way Basket Mouth was trying to speak our local language, that is Twi. He also wrote his Ghana for Mechiamu Meba Ghana on the 8th of April. Mumbra na yensre na yenjieni. Tiwe na no bresa. It wasn't easy for him, I swear. Okay, so Chemo, I gave out some 3 hints. Cultural infiltration, the fact that our people can do it and they still have to add additional cost to make this happen, and the comedy thing in general.
Yeah, it's all positive for Ghana and Basket Mouth as well. With the let me start with the cultural infiltration. I mean, you can't do anything about it. I mean, this is how the world is now that we are in. I mean, what about the Americans doing their things here and our people even copying? Some people talking like them, some people behaving like them. You can't stop it. It's about you also bringing out what you think people will accept, and then compete accordingly. If there's anything at all, we should learn from what Basket Mouth has done. He is now telling us that yes, you can market to your audience based on what you think they will accept it more. I mean, even this thing that he has done will push a lot of people to go for the show. Because they will be thinking, well, maybe he will speak more tree. The way he will struggle to speak it, it may even be funnier. So they will go in there and watch. And he did it so well. I mean, you can clearly hear what he wants to say, even if he may not be pronouncing it so accurately the way that we want to hear it. It was still good enough. So it means Basket Math as an artist, as an entertainer, he has done all that he can or he could just to be in the shoes of people that he wants to serve. He's doing everything to say that I'm part of you, accept what I'm bringing. In fact, I've learnt your language to even
speak the way you speak.
You want it to go. So we can learn from it. I mean, and this is a fantastic way to be part of a group of people. In fact, if you want people to accept you, Sociology 101, the best way is to one, eat their food or speak their language. They will easily accept you. You can easily assimilate if you can do that. Two things: eat their food or speak their language. And anybody who has learned sociology, like the basics of it, they will tell you, especially when you want to project something or when you want to educate them about something, they will tell you, especially rural areas, like when you go first thing, when they offer you in a setting like this, when they offer you drink, you have to take it. Like when they give you water, even if you have drank or whatever, take their water. And when you take it, they easily accept you as part of them. Then they will begin to listen to you. But if you don't accept it, to them, they feel that you don't trust them. So why should they trust you?
You rejected them, yeah.
Yeah. So why should they trust you? And Basket Math is playing it so well. He can speak your language. It means he has interest in you. Like he has struggled or he has learned to speak your language. He is trying to be part of you. So why don't you accept him? Or even try to teach him how to speak it well? So fantastic for Basket Math. This is very creative. This is very this is the way to penetrate to any market. So I will tell our people to learn from this. This is the way to go, because you can't prevent people to compete in any space, especially in this modern world that social media is everywhere. You can see the person. If he is good enough, we want to accept him. So we should just learn and also do same. I can bet you if Obi or Lexi or whoever also do their best to learn Yoruba or whatever language and also do same, they will accept him. They will also want to see him do more. Who is it? Because in fact, it's not only in Ghana or Nigeria that this is happening. We have a huge Ghanaian celebrity in South Korea. He's called Kevin Ochre. And it's all because he can speak their language. They put him on TV, wherever. In fact, he's a celebrity. When he's on the street, people are coming close to take pictures with him and all that. Just because he can speak their language and use it to entertain them. It's all over the place. Kevin Ochre. After the show, people should go him. He's all over. So that's where you will say, somebody will say that Koreans are, let's say, racist. But they are accepting somebody who can speak their language. What do you think is the difference? Because the person has done something that they think that, okay, now you have earned the right to be part of us. And it's the same way. You can use that strategy to win wherever you go. So kudos to Basket Math and the team who are organizing this show. I think they have done something good that we should learn from it. And if it goes so well, then I think they will even do more. So our the Ghanaians who are also ready for this business, the comedy business, should just do whatever they can to learn and also blow it wherever they get the chance.
Now I was talking about the organizers who are not relying on the local people, knowing that they have been complaining about losses.
Oh, they are lying. They are lying.
They are telling lies.
Any reasonable person will not do any work that they will be losing and still be doing it. In fact, you will not be in business.
It's passion.
You will not be in business. Forget about those who say those things. They may not be making huge money. And it's understandable because I have said it before. Comedy in Ghana is a luxury goods or luxury product. I mean, you look at the price for the show. 300 cedis. It's close to, it's half of somebody's salary.
Of course.
So it's a luxury product. It's not everybody who partake in it. But if you do so well, if you can harness your craft to certain point, then you make the maximum that you deserve. And those who are in the space, they may not be making the maximum that they want. So they will come and complain that they are not making anything. That's a lie. They don't want to tell us the truth. In fact, this is some of the reason that people complain that we don't
Are you sure it's a lie?
It's a lie.
Chabo, you've been doing events too.
Yes.
You know how events look like.
In fact, that's why I will be like 100% and say that it's a lie. I've worked with KSM. We have done comedy shows. Sometimes even the patronage is low. So yes, for sure. Sometimes you may not make the money that you want. But
and to be frank, ever since Nabil started, he's not had a full house yet. I've not seen any of his shows with a full house yet. Yes, honestly.
But he's not losing. If he's losing, he will stop. I mean, that's obvious. If you are losing, at some point that KSM, for instance, saw that, okay, I think my audience, they are old, they may not be around, the young ones are not patronizing the way I want them to, he stopped. In fact, he hardly do a show at the National Theatre. But some time ago, KSM can easily fill the National Theatre. But now, he will go for a small auditorium because he knows that the people who
kind of audience,
they are low. So you read those dynamics and then go accordingly. So he can't come out and say that I'm losing, but I will still do it. I think it's a lie. And if indeed he's losing and he's still doing, then he should rethink about the whole business concept that he's
get
using.
it. Okay, Kobe. You can also speak on the 3 hints I gave you guys on this particular topic.
Yeah, with the culture side, I think that's a very perfect move. Just as Chemo said, we know the Nigerians, when it comes to our local dialects, the struggle dialects. So for youth to, stand out, to speak the tree, and tree is one of our,
dominant, language.
Everybody at all can speak. So it's a very positive move. And with the business side too, for him even speaking the language will more or less attracts people to come.
Yeah.
Because there's already some kind of suspense. I don't know. Say be a overcome for an overcome tree. And we all know it's a basketball face not good when it comes to the tree. So him making that attempt, what is the possibility that in the course of his play there will be some kind of tree languages. That one too. But I'm a kind of disappointed. Especially not seeing any Ghanaian comedian on.
I'm sure they will be.
They will be, but they will not use
They will be, but they are not using them to market it. Meanwhile, the guys are complaining they are losing. Meanwhile, local boys have been failing.
And that is one thing that we need to also pay attention to. Why anytime we want to bring these foreign people and make them the face of anything that we are doing, ignoring our very own.
Because they sell.
Including year of return
people are doing
activities.
Well. Of late, they've been feeling, all the places.
Yeah, China now they do it easily.
Yes.
Hey, now we are about man.
Yes, and we'll be talking about
but they are all losing. But when they bring the Nigerians, they make money. Well, I mean,
Shatta car, hopefully half full, hopefully full. I
feel it.
But what I'm trying to make here is that
let's listen to what Roland Amate will also add to this discussion. Of course, I know he has been a follower of these comedy people. If there is one program that Roland has projected as part of his event publicity business, then comedy will be high on the agenda for him. Oh, so Basket Mouth coming, the announcement, and the fact that you guys are not making profit, but I still want to spend dollars.
Let me start. For the cultural infiltration, it is not. There's nothing we can do about it. In fact, we also do it to others, and it is still the same thing. Same way we the moment we step out of the shores of Ghana or we go to the Western land and we want to speak their accents and all that, it is just like us also making them feel like we are with them.
Okay.
We love what they do, or we love them as a people. So that one, it is understandable. And any businessman who would want to sell something to you, first of all, would have to make you feel good, would have to make you trust him, and it is about speaking your language or doing any other thing that would make you feel okay, feel comfortable around him, and that is what Basket Mouth is doing. So this is just another promotional tool for Event Factory bringing Basket Mouth. Even at this time that you are seeing our people are failing this, the theaters, the auditoriums, and all that, it is business. It is business. The Easter Comedy Show is a brand on its own, and Basket Mouth on Sunset also is also a different brand on its own. There is just two brands merging, and we know the Easter Comedy Show has been on break for more than 3 years or so, or close to 5 years, because according to Nabil, when he was using when we were saying that use the Ghanaian comedians, at that particular period they weren't so marketable, they were not bringing in the cash. It's as simple as that. That is the truth. He wasn't making profit, and there was that huge conversation about whenever you try to bring a foreigner, I don't want to use Nigerian, like a foreign comedian, there's that hard bash on you to still use our local people. And if it is at this time that we want to have that conversation, I believe yes, now we can have the conversation, because we have few of them who are indeed marketable that can bring the profit. Which is why Nabil is seeing the need even to revive the Easter Comedy Show now. So it is not as if he was lying when he was saying he wasn't making profit. It is true. Yes, even if the people come or we use our own people, the thing is that the market value was not strong like that. Yes, you can fill auditoriums and all that, and sometimes we know how we fill auditoriums even in the event space sometimes, especially when you are having products that are not, their market value is not that strong. You can have somebody who is very popular, but ask yourself, how many people would want to spend money to come and see that person? So many people wouldn't do, but the person would have some level of popularity.
Exactly.
The market value will be determined only when you see people who are willing to pay or go the extra mile. Basket Mouth's market value is so high. That is why he has the confidence to charge 300 and 500. Some people wouldn't get the confidence to do it. Lexi the comic during his last show said it, that the first one he charged, I think, 80 to 100 CDs, and he realized that his value has shot up. So with the recent one that he did on the National Theatre, 100, 150, boom, he filled it.
So now it will be hard for any of the local comedians to charge the 300.
Oh no, we've not gotten there yet. It is still a growing industry, and that is it. And for for the other question that we asked, why is our people not advertised on this show? It is also another business strategy. Like I said, Basket Mouth show is a brand on its own, and anytime, regardless of whoever is coming to support, that is how they want to market that particular brand. And it is understandable with everybody. It will get to a point, Obi will do his show and it will be his face on it. Lexi did it with the first one. It was his that's when he did it at Snap Cinemas back to back. It was his face and nobody else. He marketed only his face. But we know that definitely people would come and support. Basket Mouth cannot leave his country, come to Ghana and say he's coming to do 4 hours or he's coming to do 3 hours. It wouldn't make business sense. Yes, we know he has a high market value that people would want to patronize, but then it will only be beautiful, or it will also make a lot of business sense if the people in the country are always involved. And that is how you can also use to market it. This is open secret that definitely our people would come and represent. It will definitely be a partnership sort of. So yes, now I am very happy the Easter Comedy Show is back and has gained confidence. I know this is just a stepping stone for our people to now jump on. But then let's see this as the rapaholic kind of conversation, business. It may not be a conversation that he is paying Basketmouth direct to come and perform in Ghana. Because I have already stated these are two different brands that are merging. So there are lots of conversation going on at the background. So let's limit that conversation of he's been able to afford Basketmouth to come and perform. This may be partnership, and that would be it. If our people are also willing to do that same business, I believe they can also have this kind of deals, and it will help them.
Well, thank you so much for being a part of today's show. It has been the Tuesday's edition of Showbiz Daily with my people in Team Dodo Solomon, aka HMO, who is ready for all your digital solutions. He's also
let me do one correction.
Yeah.
The name that I mentioned, Kevin. I said Kevin Ochre, but it's Sam Ochre, right?
Sam Ochre.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam Ochre.
Yeah.
I know why you mentioned Kelvin. It happens, yeah. Sometimes when some things are running through your mind, you begin to mention their names. I did one during the editorial. Double Richie came to my mind. Okay, Sam Ochre, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go and check it out, Sam Ochre rather. Thanks to Tim Dodo Solomon, our online manager, to Kobe Josman, blogger, and he also works with Anointed Electricals, and to Roland Amate, Roland Reports, event publicist, blogger, to Digital Rasta Currency on camera, and to Richie Flex, who is the editor and director of the show. To you as well. You guys have been amazing, always supporting us. Subscribe to us and always put in your comments because we want to read from you. Just like Kobe Josman read your comments last week and he was feeling benze. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. on the dot. Let's do some more. We are out of here. Bye.